Jelenia Góra in Poland, and the 5th World University Championships in cycling. The city is located in the southwestern part of the country in the Lower Silesia region on the border with the Czech Republic. Surrounded by 4 mountain ranges, Jelenia Góra is a popular place for professional cyclists. But now it's the world's best student riders, with 22 countries at the opening ceremony, led by Poland's mountain bike heroine, the 2008 Olympic silver medalist Maja Wloszkowska.
I think people from abroad sometimes are worried to come to Poland. Poland still doesn't have such a good image as we would like to have. And always when they come here, they see that, wow, it's so beautiful and the roads are great for road cycling.
8 races are on the program, 4 for men and 4 for women. There are 2 disciplines, road races and mountain bike, in individual and mass start events.
We want to have more and more riders on the top level. Also, students are important because there is a lot of young people who sometimes even do not know that they can be great cyclists. So the events like championships for students are helping to find the good talents.
The women go first in the road competitions, a course 24.8 kilometers long with some taxing climbs. Just 1 lap for the individual time trial, but 4 laps and a total of 65 kilometers for the mass start. And here in the mass start, it's Germany's Katrin Hammes powering to victory just 24 hours after she finished as runner-up in the individual time trial.
The time trial is not my favorite, and I knew that I'm strong compared to the other competitors, and so I wanted to win today.
Katarzyna SOLUS-MIŚKOWICz finished 2nd, Martina Klekot 3rd. In 2 competitions, Poland had already won 4 medals, including the gold of Klekot as winner of the individual time trial.
Faktycznie trenujemy dużo, ścigamy się na
Today, we're one big team.
Mamy 2 bardzo silne w Polsce.
In Poland, we take part in lots and lots of races. We've been training a lot, and normally we're opponents of each other. But today, we've come here, we've got a big, strong team, and that really is the secret of our victories and our success.
Jedną drużyną. Zwykle jeździmy przeciwko sobie, dzisiaj jechałyśmy wspólnie.
And so to the men, a pack of 38 riders representing 14 countries and all seriously focused on the warm-up session, getting ready to deal with the difficult conditions expected in the race. The mass start and 6 laps, a total distance of 94 kilometers, including a climb of 7 kilometers called Snoskowka, the biggest test on the course. At the beginning, the Dutch are prominent, but before long, one man stamps his authority, Peter Vakoc of the Czech Republic. He's already won the individual time trial, now he triumphs in the mass start.
Everybody was watching me and waiting for me, but in my favor was playing the fact that the circuit was really hard, so when I attacked in the climb, they couldn't really follow me, so which helped me to build a small gap and then to keep it.
Peter Vakoc, 2 races and 2 victories. Still on the road, a rider and an amazing team. Bruno Dabagian is a member of Team Lebanon, which is taking part in the championships for only the 2nd time. In Lebanon, it's a minor sport with barely 1,000 riders and an elite of 40 who have to train in difficult conditions with very little infrastructure and little support.
C'est des conditions très difficiles.
The training conditions are very, very difficult. You have to go on highways to build up stamina, and you have just one highway, 100 kilometers long, so you can make up to 200 kilometers on a round trip at the most. And for the rest, you have mountains 30 minutes away from the capital, so you always have to ride there on the main highway, and even uphill in the mountains, you're still on a main road. It's very dangerous. We've had several accidents, but as we love the sport, and we want to fight for a higher standard, Well, we make sacrifices by going along the highway. That's how it is. Yes, there have been several serious accidents in Lebanon, and the very presence of the Lebanese in these championships is a feat in itself. They've come here by their own means, and they want to enjoy it to the full. First of all, we're seeking to improve our technique as new riders, so we're already learning to get a very good balance. And it helps me give something to Lebanon, because we also try to do our best for our country, you see. One of the main goals of the Lebanese riders is to multiply connections, to learn, exchange, to compare themselves to the global elite. They strike up a good relationship here with the Swiss team, all part of the university spirit. The Lebanese group are really very nice. They've come here to learn. It's their first international race, so we try to share a true experience with them, and that makes them happy. It also allows us to share our passion, so we're happy too. Over the 5 days, the Swiss will take the Lebanese under their wing. And after the road racing, Elias Abou Rachid will represent his country in mountain biking. Well, what he asked us for is a bit of support to explain to him a little bit what this mountain bike course is. He's never ridden something like this. And the fact that I've given him a little advice here and there really has helped him a lot. For Elias, these World University Championships are a summit, and the mountain biking circuit is a real shock for him. Mountain biking's Lebanese circuits are like road circuits compared to this one. The first time I saw all these very steep downhill sections and this huge course, well, I cried. It took me a lot of time to adapt. And thanks to the Swiss team, they haven't left me alone for 1 minute. They've really taught me how to negotiate the very technical passages and the steep descents. I could never have done all this without them.
Non, avec ça, t'es après ici. Mais tu fais... Mais tu viens la chercher depuis, attention.
Because he was a little bit afraid and had never done this kind of descent, he was very tense in his arms. I told him, for example, to relax a little bit, to use his hands as shock absorbers, and that certainly helped him a bit. In the individual race, Elias will complete the course 5 minutes behind the winner. But on this tricky and treacherous circuit, with a vertical drop of more than 60 meters, he got to the bottom, and that in itself was something to celebrate. What is really important in a championship like this is that you can gauge yourself. Coming from Lebanon, okay, I was champion in mountain biking and in time trial. Then I came here, and I couldn't do anything. I was almost ashamed to say that I was a national champion in view of the standard of this competition. Everyone was stronger than me. Everyone had more technique than me. So I said to myself, you know, you've got a long way to go. Elias Abou Rachid was exhausted after the mountain bike time trial, but he would complete 5 of the 6 laps in the mass start. The mass start will close these 5th World University Cycling Championships. In the Polish forest, a 4-kilometer circuit extremely rugged, requiring strength, skill, balance, and constant risk-taking. Among 15 women at the start, the Poles leave as favorites. They know the circuit, with Katarzyna SOLUS-MIŚKOWICz, the one to watch.
Because this is a track Maja Włoszczowska, yes, our silver medalist from Peking. So she's the member of the track, yes, she's riding here, and physically it was as hard as technically.
This World University Championship race is just about the same standard as the Professional World Cup.
2 years ago, I asked a downhill guy, my friend, to build some part of the course, and he used all the rocks that were possible to use. So there are sometimes very difficult parts where you have to ride through the rocks, between the rocks, jump off the rock. There are also difficult downhills with a lot of roots. On this course, In that conditions, there is no possibility that somebody from the accident will win the race. You have to be a good rider, strong rider, and very good technically riding rider. So for sure it will be a world-class rider.
After the women, the men's turn. For the last event of the championships, the men riding 6 loops around this course are Marek Konva, winner of the individual, the favorite riding at home. The mass start with 21 athletes in the field. Marek ranked 6th at the last Olympic Games, and he'd lead for half the race. But that was the moment when the Swiss rider, Emilian Barben, in ambush in 3rd place, would take the lead on a turn. And Emilian would hold that lead all the way to the finish line to become the University World Mountain Bike Champion. Yeah, I think that university is a title you can't look down at. When we study at school or at university, it's not easy to train, you know. We're somewhat disadvantaged compared to many professionals. So when you're at the start of a race with all the students who have the same status as you, who suffer like us in training, who also combine studies and sport, well, it's nice to be in a competition with people who are at the same level as you are. A wonderful spirit of competition and camaraderie at the 2014 World University Cycling Championships.